This has been a rough day.
Hello, everybody.
Question is, I don't know if you want to talk about this.
But we can talk about it. I mean, it's fine.
What's the question?
You were saying medical challenge. Is that just from when I had cancer?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was diagnosed with cancer shortly after leaving the military.
2021.
It was a game changer so far as the way our life was currently going. At the time, I was working at a different company, took time away from that to do recovery. During that time away, things started to shift so far as our view set towards moving overseas. But I would say some of the hardship about it was, for me, not really the medical hardship, but since that kind of kicked off everything, was my mindset. My mindset before then was always, my value was related to how hard I worked. So coming to a point to thinking of moving overseas and retiring early was difficult to swallow at first, because then it's like, well, what am I doing? What am I worth? So that was a difficulty in changing my mindset so far as trying to prepare myself to not work, prepare myself to find value for myself in something else outside of work. You got anything?
Yeah. Do you want to talk any specifics about it? Not what it's done after, but as far as because one of the biggest things was he was diagnosed with cancer. He was, mid-40s, I think? And a lot of people were like, what were the signs? What were the signs? How did you find out?
Okay, yes. My A1C blood count was low and my blood pressure and stuff. But that's one thing that I feel like was probably the later part of my military career. If they took the time out to look at it, it probably could have even been caught earlier than it was.
But it was caught really early though, still.
Yeah, but I'm saying the last few years of my military career, they kept saying that my A1C count was low. My A1C count was low. And so, but when I got out the military, had a civilian doctor and everything, and he's like, oh, your A1C count is low and you're in your 40s. He's like, I've seen it before, so let's go ahead and do these tests to verify if you might have cancer or not. And we did the test and it came back positive.
So it's literally just he happened to have a really good doctor who was proactive. There was no other signs really other than that. And so a lot of my friends were like, wait a minute, do I need to get my husband checked? Like, what's going on? And do you want to talk about what kind of cancer? Does that matter? Or?
Well, it was prostate cancer. And we basically had the options of either doing the radiation therapy or doing the surgery and just getting it all removed. And we elected for the surgery because the radiation is, to me, a stopgap. It is, if it works, then they can just stop there. But if it doesn't work and get rid of all the cancer cells, then they got to remove your prostate anyway. So it's like, let's just cut out the middleman and do the whole removal.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So it's big. Yeah.
And so everything that came with that, of course, had to learn how to properly hold my pee and stuff again after all that. It took a while.
Right. It was a big shift. But
yeah, at one point in time, had to go looking at adult diapers down the aisle, and in your mid-40s looking for adult diapers does not feel good. I'll let you know that.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I know. I would say it wasn't very openly. I was like, oh, my husband has cancer or had cancer or whatever was going on. And people be like, wait, what? I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. One, we caught it really early. We were able to do surgery and he was able to recoup. And then shortly after, we decided to move abroad and
Mm-hmm.
all the things. We already have been talking about it. It just kind of expedited things because it was like, what are we doing? But yeah, thanks for sharing, because I think a lot of people, there's a lot of stigma, there's a lot of, just unknowns. But if we can start talking more openly about it, there's a lot more to it, of course. This is kind of just. So for the men, what would you suggest for them?
Just get checked out. If your A1C blood count is low consistently, why can't I put words together?
Mercury's in retrograde.
If your A1C blood count is low consistently, ask your doctor to get checked, because that's basically what it was for me. So.
Okay, good. And yeah, it's a big one. So that's one. I mean, we've had other. There's really been. Well, you've had multiple surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
He's had multiple surgeries. He's had hip surgeries. Jaw. We weren't married when he had jaw surgery. So. Yeah.
I had abdominal surgery. Yeah.
He's had a lot. And I remember telling him, I'm tired of coming in here with you and having these surgeries. But grateful, all is well. So just take care of yourself,
Yeah, just get the little things looked at.
Yeah, and that's one thing I don't have to worry about, thank God, because he was in the military and they always had to do checkups and had to, poke and prodded for all of his career. He doesn't have a problem going to the doctor. I actually don't like going to the doctor. It's like almost reversed. I'm the male. I'm like, nah. And he's pretty on it. So yeah, drop in the comments if you've had any medical issues, scares that came up, or that you're dealing with or have dealt with you or your partner, and just trying to be that support and navigate and learn life after big diagnoses. Right.
It's always a big learning curve after every surgery. It's a relearn, not only of you but your relationship. So
yeah, it's one of the heavier parts of partnered up, right?
Mm-hmm. Going through surgery with somebody and they have to do certain things for you, or you being, sometimes in my case, hard-headed enough to keep trying to do it by yourself. you learn to lean on that other person a bit more and understand that they're there for you just as much as you're there for them.
Yeah. And I'm very anti-medical. Very much. I don't know how I've had children, all of it. All right. Well, share in the comments. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for being so open and honest. Is it hard for you to talk about anything?
Mm-mm. I just usually don't know what exactly they want to know. There's so much different information.
Yeah.
And what do they want to know?
Yeah. Usually the best thing to do is kind of just share a little bit about you and then give them some advice so that they don't hopefully find themselves, like you said, have their levels checked. So, all right. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.